Hey guys, this is Feeder, and welcome to the Consolation Final of the Defense 3. Going to be watching Team Dignitas versus Fnatic.eu fight this one out. This is for money, it is for glory, and the winner will go on to the grand final. So they will be getting another chance at the grand prize, so kind of a big deal here. And they're in the picks of the band, so I'm going to jump right in there, get rid of this little spectator thing here, and see what has been banned so far. Looks like Kodal went first. Keeper of the Light first ban, followed by Wisp coming out from Fnatic, Lifestealer, and we're going to see ban number 4 here from Fnatic. Now, Wisp and Kodal have gone from being considered pretty good to just being first round bans every time. Seeing the Batrider ban here as the 4th. And he of course is a very strong, oh sorry, I have a cat in my lap, which is now leaving because I think she's upset that I started talking and, you know, moving around here. But Batrider been a first round ban for quite some time, and it's not hard to see why. He's got a lot of AoE that's very good in team fights throughout the game, very strong early, mid, very easy to harass the other player and keep them from getting farm while getting plenty for yourself, and he's useful throughout the game, but most powerful there in the early to mid game. Wisp and Kodal, just OP support heroes, and Lifestealer, a carry that has been very, very difficult to shut down, as we've been seeing in these tournaments, and just remaining. That rage. The rage, I think, given the current meta, a lot of heroes with a lot of spells, that rage able to shut that down as it hits Lifestealer is too powerful, so they are pulling him out. In any case, Neek's going to be a first pick, and Neek's another hero that's just either he's in the bans or he's in the first round of picks. His invisibility in the Vendetta coming out with that huge bonus damage, able to go do quite a bit of ganking and keep those squishy support heroes like Darkseer scared for their lives, afraid to farm, is so powerful. The mana burn also very effective there. And then 2 stuns, the Carapace, which keeps him very safe and very effective against AoE spells, stunning the caster of that, and then of course the very reliable Impale, making him very good. Getting a little bit behind here, so let's see. Lone Druid and Darkseer picked up by Fnatic, and that has a lot of pushing power to it. Lone Druid could be played as an offlane, a mid, or he could also go as the carry, although from Fnatic usually been seeing him played mid, not putting as much emphasis on the carry aspect of the Lone Druid as some of the other teams have been. But who knows? Anything goes here in Dota, so we'll see what they do with him today. Darkseer, excellent push again, and plenty of team fight with the Wall of Replica and the Vacuum. Team Dignitas going to go with Gyrocopter and Magnus. Gyro used to be a very versatile pick. There used to be some question of whether he might support, go mid as a ganker, or play the carry, but lately he's been doing nothing but carry. That flat cannon allowing him to hit everyone at once means that building damage on Gyrocopter just leads to absolutely insane team fight ability, as well as the ability to solo someone down very, very easily with Rocket Barrage early, mid, and even in the late game. So he is just ridiculous, and I'm sure that's what we're going to be seeing there with him. Magnus, a very good team fight hero as well. That reverse polarity going to combo very well with the call down. Gyrocopter often has trouble hitting that because there's a bit of a delay, but the reverse polarity will take care of that. And of course Magnus also having the ability to position enemies with Skewer and do quite a bit of nuke with his shockwave, and of course empower his allies or himself. Very, very strong. Shadow Demon, third pickup and final pickup of the first round of picks for Fnatic, and that's more Neek's food, I have to say. Darkseer and Shadow Demon are going to be very, very tasty as far as Neek's is concerned, but Shadow Demon quite powerful, his Purge very strong throughout the game. Debuff and slow going to be a big, big deal, and of course Disruption scales so well because he is able to rescue people in the beginning of the game, rescue himself, and in the late game he will be able to get those replicas of the enemy carry or the carry for Fnatic and do quite a bit of damage with those illusions. So good pickup, but I am worried for Shadow Demon and Darkseer with the Neek's Assassin in this game. We'll see though. Bans from Dignitas, we have Tinker and Alchemist so far. Tinker, another very heavy pusher, able to go mid with this Darkseer Shadow Demon farming the jungle in the early game. That will lead to tons of push from Fnatic if they were to get that Tinker. He also has some good nukes, so just an all-around good thing to have out of there. Alchemist, another arguably early game style hero, and Gyrocopter is going to be much better in the late game, by the way, so Dignitas does want to make it to the late game. Alchemist, able to use his abilities to get lots of farm fast. Of course, that means he drops off towards the end of the game. As his levels have maxed out and his items have maxed out, his abilities will no longer help him. And the enemy carry should have abilities and items and levels to be able to use against him. So good ban from Dignitas, keeping this as late game as possible is what it looks like to me. Fnatic banning the Nature's Prophet and the Rubik. Rubik, that spell resistance could be quite useful versus Darkseer and Shadow Demon, keeping that magic damage down. Also able to steal those nice abilities that they have, not such a good thing, and very positional telekinesis ability in team fights. Just totally disabling someone while still allowing the enemy team to beat up on them is very dangerous. And Nature's Prophet, of course, gives great map control and a lot of push. So again, they would like to keep the push on their side, and this game early, Dignitas wanting to make it to the late game and basically hold out against whatever Fnatic can throw at their towers until that Gyrocopter has farmed his way up into a scary, scary man. Kunkka banned by Dignitas, and Kunkka is a hero that I am newly recognizing as a beast. Sort of think of him as an all-purpose hero, but that Tidebringer, if he's doing enough damage with the cleave, is just amazing. Can turn an entire team fight the other way, especially with a lucky crit. So I like this ban. Kunkka is scary. Kunkka is very scary. And Bounty Hunter ban finally from Fnatic. I guess keeping that double threat of a Bounty Hunter and a Nyx Assassin off of Dignitas. Of course, with Bounty Hunter, they can both sneak up, they get bonus gold. It's just everyone has to spend all of their money on sentry wards, so not a good situation if that were to happen. So I can see where that's coming from. They also could be going for something like Brood Mom. That would be additional push, or other invisible heroes that they do not want caught by the Bounty Hunter. So of course Bounty Hunter also has that advantage of giving gold to himself and his teammates extra. And extra gold goes a long way in a professional game where pretty much all the players are hitting their last hits. So you gotta get the extra money where you can. Alright, second round of picks. Can't wait to see what we get here. Looking for some more support on Dignitas, hopefully push-oriented support. And let's see. I think they've definitely got a stand-in, Esne King Dota 2. And I'm not sure what Esne King likes to play. So I'm gonna see Enigma is gonna get picked up. I like this a lot. Enigma comes with push, he comes with stun, and he comes with the team fight Black Hole, which I'm sure you've all seen combos very, very well with the reverse polarity. And add the call down to that. And of course, if Enigma is holding enemies still, Gyrocopter can just come in there and flat cannon them to pieces. So a good Black Hole by this Enigma could be very, very sweet for Dignitas. Jakiro by Fnatic. Okay, another Nyx food in my opinion. But I guess if there's enough Nyx food, he can only focus on one at a time. But Jakiro gonna add to that team fight potential. Darkseer Jakiro can put down the Ice Path, which will keep them from moving, and of course Macro Pyre doesn't hurt either. But strikes me as a lot of magic damage there, and there are ways to counter that, whether with items or with careful not engaging in giant nasty team fights like that. Of course they have a lot of team fight too. We'll see. Nyx's stuns, I think, are going to play a huge role in this game. Not that much stun on Fnatic. Leshrac, the final pickup for Dignitas, and that will give them some pushing potential between Enigma, Leshrac, and even Gyrocopter with a flat cannon. They should be able to keep Fnatic off their towers too much. Leshrakt's abilities, all doing magical damage, but they also apply to structures, so that is very helpful. And a lot of AoE. That is going to be just nasty if Dignitas can get off good disables from the Magnus and the Enigma. That will just be brutal. And final pick from Fnatic. I am waiting for a carry, and Phantom Lancer is still in the pool, by the way. I know Era is quite good on him. Nope, gonna go with the Luna this time. So Luna, the Glaives, will be able to bounce and cut through Team Dignitas. Of course, Eclipse doing quite a bit of magic damage itself. A lot of magic damage in this game. Hopefully gonna see some BKBs up on the important players. Era gonna be playing Luna. I am shocked, honestly, that Phantom Lancer has neither been banned or picked in this game, but maybe since it's the first game in the series, best out of 3, they are holding off on that until next time. So let me just switch my screen here for you and introduce these teams. Oh, I do not want spectator chat. Sorry about that. Alright, on the Radiant side, we have Dignitas disconnecting because something has gone wrong. Need RMK for Toby co-caster, sorry. So looks like we're gonna have to pick this up, and I will pick it up in a second video, which hopefully will start with the game.